There's something that I think a lot of people in the Gypsy Rose case need to know about if they don't know about it. And if you do know about it, I would like to know why you can still support somebody like this. As we all know, Nicholas Godejohn has exhausted all of his appeals and he's waiting on a last-ditch effort in the Supreme Court. And he has a hearing here coming up in March. And there's been a discussion about emails and how nobody wants to ruin his chance at possible clemency or a reduced sentence, and nobody wants to talk about what needs to be talked about. I want to read you an email that is very important for the people out there who are supporting this that don't know about this particular email. Because a lot of people are pulling at the heartstrings of the fact that he is an autistic man who has a low IQ, who was railroaded by Gypsy, and all of that is true. However, I really think for the people who aren't aware of this email message, they need to be, because you need to understand what it is you're supporting and you need to understand what you are getting behind. You can decide to do with this whatever you like, but for those people out there, I want you to be informed before you jump on a bandwagon because you feel bad for somebody. There's a lot of emails out there that have been put out on Patreon or whatnot, but there's a particular email that I've always talked about that has always really, really bothered me, and I want you guys to hear it. I'm going to have to do a lot of bleeping out of words because it's pretty bad. But I'm going to read you this message so that you guys can be fully informed when you choose to back somebody. And this could change your mind. It could not change your mind, but I feel that the people out there that don't know need to know about it. June 12th, 2019, 11:43 a.m. There had been a couple emails prior with Dawn's reaching out to Nick, trying to explain to him that she loved him very much. And this is what his response was. It says, Dawn, do you really want to go another round with me? Last time you pissed me off, you thought I left, even though you knew I wouldn't. But it seems like it's the only way I can get through to you is when I snap, and I hate yelling. So if you want to piss me off, this innate master, so be it. This is where it's all in all caps. Don't give me this BS about others trying to separate us because we both know they won't be able to. So you effing wanted to meet Nikolai? That was a effing mistake because he is effing out, you stupid effing female dog. I have come out to make it effing clear, that I'm not effing going anywhere. Neither is the effing benevolent side of Nick or anyone else who is within Nick. So effing either get it in your effing head that we aren't going anywhere, or so help me from God, if I get my hands on you, you'll respect me. You better get that, female dog, because you had to bring out Nick's worst side of him. Nikolai has not a effing problem of him with making an example out of you for not respecting me. Do you understand? Exclamation, 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 question mark, question mark, question mark, exclamation, 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 exclamation. Because I will become your hell if you don't respect me. I've had it with Nick letting you run all over him, which is running all over me. I won't effing tolerate that one effing bit, you stupid. I would waste all 6,000 characters on you going off the whole effing time, but instead I'll reserve my energy for the next time I have to put you in your effing place. Oh, and by the effing way, now Nick is going to have fun trying to keep me from unaliving someone else because of your dumb ass having to bring me out and be effing released. Ta-ta until next time, you effing stupid blank female dog. Nikolai. In the follow-up message about an hour to 3 hours later, it talks about the fact that he was sorry that she had to meet Nikolai, but he meant every word that he said. I've heard a lot of people talk about the fact that he was manipulated into saying this. He was manipulated. She knew how to goad him. She knew what to say, and he just reacted, and she made him do that. The emails prior to this were not manipulative. They were her expressing her love and her care, emotionally, but there was no manipulation in those letters. And if there was, no person should ever say the things that was said in this letter talking about unaliving somebody when you've already unalived somebody prior, saying that you're not going to stop me from doing this, and then to say that they meant it. If you can be manipulated into that from a from a disagreement. Is that something that we as a collective whole want on the streets? Do you want that as a neighbor? Do you want that as a person you're walking by in a store? Because I don't. I don't want to live by that. I don't want to. If you look at somebody the wrong way, they're going to snap. If you accidentally do something, they're going to go off the limit as much as they have in these emails. When you guys are going on and on and on about how he needs to have clemency and a reduced sentence, I want you to have that email in the back of your head, because that is not the markings of somebody who needs to be out on the streets. Mental asylums are not really a thing anymore, and the ones that are not going to give him whatever help it is he needs. I know people are upset that he's in prison being autistic and a low IQ, but he took somebody's life and is saying that he would do it again. I don't think that you guys are really understanding what it is you're getting behind. Just because somebody has special needs does not leave them off the hook. He chose to do what he chose to do. But Ryan, you were totally against him getting a fair trial. I'm not saying I'm not against him getting a fair trial. Go through it again. But I want you guys to understand, when you are screaming from the rooftops he needs clemency or a reduced sentence, I want you to remember this email. Should he have a fair trial? Absolutely. But that fair trial needs to leave him exactly where he is. There's another email of where she did not answer him on the phone within 4 hours, and he was more than enraged about the fact that she could not answer a phone, and was not to this level, but again, very more than what it needed to be. And if you can be that triggered based off of not answering a phone or somebody expressing that they cared for you in a heated manner, I feel that people need to know about this. For the people who don't know about this, you need to know about it. And you can make whatever informed decision you want after you've heard this. I know this is going to ruffle feathers in the true crime community. And I know that I've been out of it for about a month. I've been sticking to myself and staying to myself. But there's been a lot of things stirred up lately about the whole Nick situation and emails coming out and whatever. And I've decided to take one for the team. And y'all can come at me. I don't care. But what I want is people to have an informed area that they can realize and make informed decisions of what it is they choose to support, and not just support things blindly because it's the in thing to do at the moment, or because your cousin has autism or Susie has a low IQ and you understand. That's fine. But when you put all of these things into a situation and you couple it with these particular emails, you have to understand that this is not your average run-of-the-mill situation. So do with it what you want. I just think people needed to know about this email and know exactly what it is you're getting behind.